Hey there, guys. We're up for another episode here, a studio segment for a preview of the Airgun Expo. I got Travis here.
Yep.
Travis, thank you for coming out, man.
Yeah, my pleasure. My pleasure.
We set up nice weather for you, a little chilly, but not as bad as what you have at your place.
That's right, yeah. We're far below the 8 foot of snow range here in West Texas.
Yeah, we were like plenty of snow and no snow, and it's actually got a little sunshine.
Yeah, we actually opened the door up to the studio here, so got some fresh air coming in, and yeah.
Got the best of go. We got a little fire crackling over there.
Yeah,
Man, it's sweet.
Wood's still going. It's pleasant.
It's nice. We're loving it. So we just did a video a while ago talking about a personal compressor that's on the higher end of personal compressors for filling guns. And as we were kicking it around, I really wanted to show you guys like the Cadillac of personal compressors.
And more so than that is all the other ones couldn't fill a tank.
Right. Let's be fair. There are some that are in that 13, like the Air Venturi compressor is good, and it'll fill bottles. Okay, so we got to take a shout out and recognize that that is a good compressor.
Very few.
Okay, but yeah, but most of the personal stuff is small pony bottles or guns only. Okay, so when you start wanting to fill bigger bottles like the 74 cubic foot or the 98 cubic foot, those tanks, you need a compressor designed to do it, please. Don't try filling those bottles with the little ones. You burn the things up.
There's a stack of burnt up ones next door.
Yeah, actually. Hey, why don't you say that? I got a Connex full of them over there. Yeah, it's very easy to burn those up when you don't, or when you operate outside their parameters.
That's right.
So if you have big bottles, or the other thing is you really, really want clean, dry air in the package, right? So you can get all these extra filters.
That's
you can get condensing towers and filters, but you got $300-400 into that.
Correct.
Or you can just buy it self-contained.
Ready to go.
Okay, so have you worked with these much?
I have one. I have this exact unit actually.
Why don't you tell me what you love most about it, and then I'll tell you what I like about it.
Okay, so there's...
And if there's anything you don't like, you can tell me that.
Well, there's things I don't like about it, but, you know, like everything. Me, kind of...
Are you a compressor snob too?
Yeah, a little bit of a compressor snob too. Maybe I'm just an overall snob. I don't know.
Hey, you are from Northern California.
Well, that's true, and I didn't bring my panic room with me. So
no, this is the panic room. This whole ranch is the big panic room. What are you kidding me?
I don't know how long I can hang here.
All right, go. I'll be quiet now.
Anyway,
go ahead.
Yeah, so I have this exact unit. This is the Daystate unit, and it's made by Coltree, which is a well-known compressor builder. They've been in it a long time and build scuba compressors mostly. This one's fitted not for scuba. No. This is specifically made for air rifles or small tanks, non-breathable air. Yeah. The things I really like about it, one, it uses standard household current. So you can plug it in to 110.
Now, as an aside, they do make a 220.
They do. And
it runs a lot faster, all right, because this is at 1 CFM. It's purposefully reduced fill rate for longevity, 110 motor. You don't have to push the motor so hard. So at the 110 level, they purposely kind of keyed it to about 1 CFM.
Right.
Which is it's actually way faster than those other small ones. It's way faster.
3 times faster.
Yeah, it's way faster.
Yeah.
But it's not as fast as like you go up, whatever. But just, if you want more, you can get 220 and go a lot more.
That's right. That's right. And second thing I really like about it is it's not that noisy either. Yeah, it's fairly quiet. I run this one inside my shop. Doesn't bother me one bit. It's louder than the Hill that we just tested, but not overly loud.
Right.
So it's very easy on the ears. Right. Very easy on the ears. Third thing, it has a condenser tower on the opposite side here.
Let's flip that around for you. Oh, it's a little heavier. It is. What,
it's
about 90 pounds, you think?
Yeah, probably all of that.
Yeah,
so it has this nice condenser tower here, and the liquid-filled gauge at the top, so you can see where it's at. Up here also, this red guy is your a blow-off valve, and you can adjust this. I've done it on mine. I don't know if you've done it on yours, but you can adjust this, and it'll pop off. The compressor will keep running, but it'll stop filling it wherever you set this.
Right.
So it's not a shut-off feature.
No. It has auto shut-off.
But this one has auto shut.
Yeah.
Mine doesn't.
Really? Yours doesn't?
No, mine
Okay.
does not have the auto shut off.
I gotcha.
But Rick's does here.
Fancy man.
Because they baby him.
Yeah.
Big baby.
Yeah. And it's got a good point on the auto shut off and a negative. I'll get to that part in my part when I get to talk about it. Go ahead.
Okay. So those are things I really, really like about it. Now there's things I don't like about it. One is it takes 2 people to pack this around.
It's heavy.
It's small, but it's pretty hard. It's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
So it's not like something you can take, even though it's 110, which is great. It's not something you can just throw in your car, pack it to your hotel or on a trip without some help.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I really dislike
It's
about
not
it.
terribly portable.
Right. It's not terribly.
And it's not going to run off 12 volt.
It won't do that.
It's not going to run off an inverter that you would have like for your car.
Right.
None of that stuff happens. This is meant to be in a bench, on a bench, in a shop.
Right.
That kind of scenario. That's what this is designed to be.
Yeah, and the second one, his has the auto shut off, which is a nice feature, but is yours adjustable? Your auto
No, so
shut
that
off?
was going to be the thing I was going to talk about.
Yeah, so there's the
It's
thing.
fixed.
It's a fixed auto shut off,
4,500.
and it shuts it off great. Mine doesn't have the auto shut off, and I would hardly ever use it because I don't fill a lot of things to 4,500. So
Well, let's.
So it's a nice option, but not a great option.
Okay, if you're filling carbon fiber bottles, which is why
Yes.
I have this unit, I don't direct fill my guns with this.
Oh,
I
that was
feel-
the second thing I was going to
Yeah,
say.
okay,
that I
go
didn't
ahead,
like.
go ahead.
So the third thing I don't like about this is, and this is a minor thing. It fills so fast, you can't hook it directly to a gun.
Yeah. It's very quick.
It'll fill that gun up, lickety split, and you better be on top of it to shut it off because it doesn't have an auto shut off.
Yeah.
So you got to be ready, hit that button. So I definitely don't advise anybody to fill a gun directly off of one of these. Get you either a pony tank or a big tank,
Yeah.
because that's what this is made for. This is the next step up.
Yeah, this is really, if you want a scuba compressor performance, but without the scuba compressor price. Let's be realistic, it's $2,000.
This is
right?
$2,000.
But if you go with a Bauer, I priced out a Bauer. I went to
Like a Bauer Jr.?
I went to my scuba shops and I want a compressor to fill my air guns. I want auto shut off. My bill was $6,500. Now that's retail market and everything else, right?
Right.
But they were like, that's a pretty. I'm like looking at it now. At the time, I was so frustrated having to take my bottle to them every couple times a week that I'm thinking $6,500.
That's a lot of pone.
That's a lot, but I'm pretty much ready to write that check because I was shooting a lot.
And I had the same problem too.
Yeah.
So I was taking my tanks down. And I was going to our local dive store
Yep.
and having them fill it up, which to me was an hour drive from my house. And then I'd deplete them in the middle of a project.
You're all done.
You're all done.
Yeah. And so, yeah, for me, it was a necessity to get a compressor just
Ditto.
because I have a Connex full of guns. I mean, you've seen it. I got
Yeah.
probably 150 guns back there, all of which I shoot, I don't say regularly, but I take them out and use them once in a while. Are you banging stuff over there? Is it you?
Yeah, I'm
All right.
making noises.
That was the gong, and I'm ejected. It was the gong show, and I'm done. Okay, so for me, it was really, I had no choice. I had to get a compressor. And I started out with like one I bought. A guy built it for me, and I used that like crazy. And then I graduated this compressor, that compressor, and I had the chance to get and run this. And I use this for filling bottles. And it's beautiful because I actually, this shop I mentioned a lot, because I like solar and that side of it. The shop's running solar. I was just showing him. I got 4 big old batteries over there and a 3,000 watt big old, big 3,000 watt 24 volt inverter. And that's what I run everything here with all the lights and the refrigerator. And I can actually just kick this on and run this compressor off of that. And I can't do that on some of the others. They bog it down.
Right.
They actually cause it to
Hold too
overload.
much
So I can't
amperage.
do it. That's what's called locked rotor amps. I'm getting technical, right? Forgive me, but it's that with that
I think
initial.
we're going on a tangent here.
I am. This is a. What we need to do is have Sue with the shotgun sound when the white rabbit starts running. She goes. All right, back on track. Anyway, point is, it doesn't draw a lot of current.
No.
Right. So even to start it, it's not so bad. I can run it on my solar setup here. So
yeah, that's why you can run it off a 110 current,
Yeah.
straight out a regular wall. No, you don't need a high amp
Yeah.
circuit or anything. It'll run straight out of the wall.
So I'll tell you what I love about this.
Okay.
You've already mentioned it's quiet.
Yeah,
Fills relatively quickly.
it does.
It fills where I can just hook my bottle up and just it shuts off. Mine shuts off automatically. I don't like the fact that it's not really adjustable. The auto shut off. Maybe you can get in there and tweak this box, but it's not my thing. I just know I get 45.
But you can't tweak it back and forth. You can't move it around where
It's not-
I'm
it's-
filling this tank
No,
to
no, no.
3,500.
You set it and leave it.
Yeah.
So this came factory set 4,500. Thanks, guys, and that's good to go. If I wanted to fill just guns, I wouldn't get this compressor.
Oh, I wouldn't either.
Okay, but if I have any bottles, this is a beautiful compressor. I do
Yeah.
love the condensing tower. You can get another filter, which then gives you breathing quality air. So if you want that super dry, super clean, it's $300. You can add that and make that happen. I love the fact that it's air cooled. Recently, and we actually refurbish compressors for a company out of China, DMC. And so their returns come to us, we fix them, and then we resell them for them.
Hence the cargo of overheated compressors.
There's a lot of busted compressors that come back, mostly because people abuse them.
That's right. It's hard
but-
to abuse this, though.
This is air cooled, and I want to get to the point this is not water cooled.
Right.
Okay, so we had some compressors that weren't properly, the radiators weren't properly evacuated, and we had a hard freeze. It was in the teens or maybe single digits, and we lost 3 compressors. They were just blown up. The radiators blew up because it froze, which is something that people, I don't know if people think about that, but you got to be thinking about that, or you blow the stuff up. This is air cooled. There's no water involved, which I really like, and I run it here in Texas in the summer, and it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it does have oil, and the oil is just. And this is one of the things I run into a lot over on the other side there with the other compressors. People don't want to spend the money on the right oil.
To buy the Coltree oil.
This is the Coltree. It's actually CL751. It's a ISO 150. It's food grade synthetic. It's a very high end oil. We're talking $80.
Yeah.
$80 a gallon.
Yeah.
If you buy it wholesale. We had something going on over there. Sue and her phone again.
Some wild animal got in
I'm
here.
gonna make
all of
sure
a
my
sudden.
phone's on mute. There we go. I don't want to do what I did before and yell at somebody about their phone and then mine go off. Anyway, so the oil is pricey. On the other side, you change it like once a year.
Yeah,
It's not a big deal.
super low maintenance.
Yeah, it is. You do
Other
change
than the belt,
Yeah, I haven't had.
which I never.
Have you had any issues with it?
Never, and I've never worn it out, and it's got, I don't know how many hundreds of hours on it.
See, I haven't used mine a ton, but when I have to fill bottles, and I don't want to fire up the big unit, because the big unit I have to fire up a generator because I don't have 220 out here, but I have to fire a 220 generator and run the Alkin, the big monster over there, and that feels great. But anyway, back to this. I need too many. Okay, so the other thing that I've had with this that's been not a pain, but it's been something you got to watch is my fan wants to come loose. So I got to take the cage off every couple months and just check it. If you hear it wobbling,
Mine's never done that.
really? Yeah. Well, chuck it to okay. But I just look at it as maintenance. I just check it once in a
It's
while.
probably something you need to check anyway.
I just it hasn't ever come off, but it wobbles, and that's it. The last thing I'll say about the unit is that it does not have an auto condensate drain.
No.
Okay, so
manual.
if you are in a humid environment, like I don't know how, is it humid where you are?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, not here.
Yeah. You're very dry.
I mean, and this is wetter than Havasu, where I used to live, but this, we've had humidity in the 40s and 50s here, but that's high for us.
Yeah, that's probably average.
Yeah, but normally we're in the 20s here, and so I don't really need to drain that condensate drain. Let's just rotate here. Okay, so this guy right here is your condensate drain, or your blow-off valve or whatever. You open that up. If you're filling a large bottle, every 15 minutes I'll drain it. I'll just come over, use my rag, and I'll just crack it and let it blow off. I don't stop the compressor.
Right.
I just drain it, let the blow off any moisture that's built up, and then I just let it keep going.
Yeah, and it's important you do that. But the nice thing about this condensate tower is it allows all the moisture to wick down at the bottom,
Yeah.
and you get hardly any out the hose.
Right.
So
Well, that's the whole point.
It's a real good system. There's filters too that you can get that go inside of here.
Yeah.
You know, charcoal
So
filters and stuff. So your air that comes out this end is really good.
It's clean and dry, and
Yes,
that's what you're looking
non-breathable,
for.
but
Clean and dry. And
perfect.
that's
Perfect for an air rifle.
perfect for your air guns. Well, you
Yeah.
want to fire it up? Show them how to make this thing run.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Okay, go ahead.
basically, normal 110 plug-in.
Yep. Now, ideally, guys, you shouldn't use an extension cord, but we
No,
got no
no,
choice.
no,
So
yeah.
sorry for that.
Not a problem. Like every other compressor that's made on the planet for air rifles, open up your bleed valve first.
Yep.
So we're going to open that guy up.
First thing, before that, apologize.
Okay.
Check your oil every time.
Yeah, check
Always
your oil.
check your oil.
And this has a dipstick here
Yeah.
at the top.
And it also has a window where you can visually check it. So those are the things you just want to.
There it is. So our oil's perfect
Yep.
and clean and fresh. So,
Okay.
now we know our crankcase oil is good. Our bleed off valve is open. So we just
Yeah.
come
go
over
ahead.
here and we push the
I'll do it.
L
Ready?
button. Yeah,
Now,
go ahead.
Apologize. Because of the way this cycles, the lights are going to blink. So if you have, problem with strobe lights, don't look away. That's what I tell you. We won't run it long, but the lights are going
We'll
to
just
blink.
run it for a few seconds just so you can
guys
hear
can see
the noise
Yeah,
level,
there you go.
which is pretty decent.
You guys ready?
Yeah,
Here we
I'm
go.
ready. I'm ready. That's it. I don't even need to close that off. So as it builds pressure, right on top here, so
Go ahead and close it.
yeah.
Go ahead and switch to the top. I'll tilt it.
All right,
Just
let me
I don't
watch
want to
this.
tilt it too much. Can you see that gauge on the camera 4? Okay.
Now it's filling up this whole reservoir,
Yeah.
this big hose.
Just leave that shut. We'll let it
Yeah,
shut off
I'm watching
automatically.
it here. And it is, watch how fast it's moving that gauge. Now imagine that's a small air
Rifle,
rifle.
yeah.
That thing would go whoop
Yep, done.
and max out real quick. So don't fill your air rifle directly off this.
So where are we? We're about to 2,000. As you can see, it's climbing very, very quickly.
Yeah. And it's got to fill this whole
Yep.
tank and this line. So it's a lot of volume.
Yeah. It is slick looking. I mean, it's just
It's
compact.
It's industrial kind of.
We'll call it a prosumer, light commercial, maybe personal. Very, very nice unit.
Can they see that from the top one?
I think so. Can you see that gauge moving? Awesome.
Now, if this was any of the other smaller compressors, we'd be here a while waiting for that gauge to fill all this volume up. So this is
there it is.
and here's the bleed off again. I like to crack it slow, otherwise you
Go
can
for
shoot
it. Go for it.
condensate all over the place. It's a lot of air.
Yeah. Now, what I would normally do too, if I was like actually using this to fill a bottle, because it fills up with condensate and other things going on and moisture, what I would want to do is after I've bled that, I'd fire it up again, run it for 15, 20 seconds, and just
same thing.
get the rest of the moisture. Just leave the bleeder open.
Yeah,
just get the
run
rest
it
of
with the
out.
bleeder open, not connected to anything.
Yeah. Let's flip it back around. Ready? There it is. All right. So that's it. I mean,
There's not a lot to it.
It is expensive in the sense of personal compressor land, but
About $2,000.
yeah, $2,000 plus shipping.
Yeah.
It's a couple $100 to ship it, but
It's very industrious and industrial. It's built solid and strong. It'll last a long time.
Look, if you've got $2,500 into an air gun, do you really want to put $500 air into your air gun?
It's a good question.
I mean, really? If I've got
If you can afford it.
yeah,
If you can afford it.
if I've got a
Get
$200, $300 PCP, this is probably overkill.
Yeah.
Okay, but if I've got 3 or 4,
Unless you do a lot of shooting with that gun.
I could be, but if
And
I've got
and you need to fill a tank, or you're going out on the road and
no, I hear you.
Yeah.
It's hard to look. When you're passionate about the sport, it's
Mm-hmm.
really easy to say $2,000 is not a big deal. When you're just starting out, it's impossible.
Yeah, this
It's impossible.
This is up the road for the guys
Yeah.
starting out, and there's plenty of compressors around.
That'll get you started.
That'll get you started.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, I think that's about it. I love this unit. Air-cooled.
I think it's fantastic.
Mine's auto shut off.
It's hard to
better
find
than
something that
yours.
feels this fast at this kind of price range. I know $2,000 sounds like a lot of money, but really to get something that does what this does, there's not a lot of them on the market.
Yeah, it's worth looking at. if
And they're
you really search
rebuildable
them.
too.
I've never had to do that.
I haven't either, and I've got, oh man, I couldn't even tell you how many hours I got on mine, but it is rebuildable.
Oh, that's cool. If you, like everything else, you do your maintenance according to the manual, change your oil, don't skimp out and buy crappy, cheap oil, buy the right stuff.
Yeah.
And you'll probably get decades of use out of this.
It'll last a long time.
That's the whole point of it.
Yeah.
Guys, that's it. I think they're going to wrap this up. I think we'll pick a couple more things to talk about today. I think Hawk is a great topic.
You know, Hawk, and I was really unaware of all of the products Hawk actually had. I just thought they were a scope company that made rifle scopes. That's what I thought they did.
Well, I guess you're going to have to find out what they do because I've got a whole bunch of their stuff we're going to get into.
I learned a lot yesterday out on the range with all the Hawk equipment you had, and I was like, oh my God.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
All right, guys.
I was shocked.
All right. Well, I guess that's going to be it for this little segment. I hope you guys are having a good time today. We've got a couple more we're looking to do before we wrap things up and pack it in.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to know more about the Airgun Expo, it's www.theairgunexpo.com. We're going to be doing that. Gateway to Airguns.
Follow us on the GTA, gatewaytoairguns.org.
You got. I was going to say that, but you beat me to it.
I know.
All right.
Pretty
Gatewaytoairguns.org. Where's your hat? This is his hat.
I know, but it's
Is
filthy.
this the old hat?
That's the old hat.
I really like this hat.
Yeah.
Angie got mine. She's probably like,
Angie.
I know. But gatewaytoairguns.org, and obviously my channel's Easy Airgun Whip. So we'll be keeping everybody up to date on when we're going to be doing the expo, people that will be involved, kind of products we'll be able to show you. And, you know, we may change some of the format. We've learned a lot.
Yeah, we did. And we're still learning a lot.
Yeah, so we may change
There's some
things
things
up.
that I think we're going to add that's going to make it even more
I think so. It's
interesting.
going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, let's not tell them all.
We'll keep it to ourselves for now. Well, but check out the website, and there you go. Oh, and I'm going to pitch one more thing.
Do it.
Airgun Army, okay? It's a little our private little social media thing. I love it. It's a lot of fun. We've got some people already signed up. Personally, it's what I'm going to be using to do all my giveaways through.
Okay.
Because I got like a pile of stuff that I can give away. If you're part of the Airgun Army, then you're automatically entered. How cool is that? We got a question?
Is that www.airgunarmy.com?
Yep, airgunarmy.com. And it'll take you to our social media site, which is our own private site. You can sign up, and we own it. So let's go have fun.
So you can't be blocked out or moderated out?
We have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
So that's it. We're going to see you guys here in a little bit. We may have some lunch or something. I don't know.
Yeah, let's do a little lunch, and then let's show them all these Hawk products.
Hawk it is.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
See you in a little bit.